Hey people, John Bonius here, Everything Casas. Today I'd like to discuss a topic that I get asked about very often. This is redemption period, redemption rights when it comes to tax deed foreclosures and tax deed sales in the state of Texas. So here in the state of Texas, there is a thing called redemption period, right? The redemption period gives the previous owner redemption rights, where they can come back and buy the property that we have the deed for within a set specific time frame. So there are two different time frames. There's a 6-month redemption period and there's a 2-year redemption period. A 6-month redemption period is given for properties that are non-homestead and non-agricultural use, right? So if the exemption on it is not homestead, it's 6 months. If it's a vacant piece of land and it wasn't used for agricultural use, it's 6 months. It's 2 years when the property is a homestead. The person had it listed as their homestead property. It's 2 years. If it was a land that was used for agricultural use, right? They had crops there, they were growing stuff, it was a farm, whatever. It is 2 years. So 6 months or 2 years can be your two different lengths of redemption periods, right? Where the previous owner has those redemption rights. What must be done to redeem a property if the previous owner wants to come redeem it? I've discussed this in previous videos, but I'll break it down for you now. So if the previous owner wants to come back and buy the property, they have to buy the property for what it was purchased for at auction plus 25% in year 1. Or if it's the 6 months, the 6-month period, 25% of whatever was purchased for plus 25%. If they decide to come redeem in year 2, it is 50% on top of the purchase price. And that starts day 366. So immediately day 1 of year 2, it now jumps up to 50%. Now, I'm going to use some simple numbers here for simple math. That way we understand what's going on. If we buy a property for $100,000 and they come back and redeem it within the year 1, they have to pay us the $100,000 plus 25%, so they need to pay us back $125,000 in order to redeem the property. So we at least get a 25% return on our investment. If they decide to come buy the property in year 2, now they got to pay us the $100,000 plus 50%, which comes out to, you got it, $150,000, right? And so we make a 50% return on our investment. Those are great returns if they decide to come redeem. So you may be like, wow, John, I can just get into this game just for the redemptions, right? Just to make a 25 or 50% return on the redemptions. Yeah, you certainly could. However, the likelihood of these folks ever coming back and redeeming the properties is almost none. Almost none. So let me tell you why. These people were only behind a few $1,000s, right? $10,000, $12,000, $20,000, whatever it be, whatever that opening bid was, right? That's what they were behind to begin with. They couldn't pay that off to begin with to clear it out and get it off auction. They couldn't afford their yearly taxes, which were maybe $2,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 to begin with. There's no way when a home gets bid up, starting at 22, gets bid up all the way to 80 or 100K, that these folks are going to be able to come back and pay all that back plus another 25% or even a 50% in year 2. So the likelihood of them redeeming these properties, it's almost none. I have never experienced any of my properties ever getting redeemed. Everybody I know that practices this strategy, like real life practices this strategy, uses this strategy, has never had anybody redeem. Okay? Ever. So if you've actually done this and you actually buy properties this way and you've had a property redeem on you, please, I would love to know. Leave it in the comments. Tell me the situation. Let me know what happened, what you bought it for, what it got redeemed for. Please let me know, because I've never known this to happen to anybody who uses this strategy. I'd be curious to know. And please, if you've never actually played this game and do it, don't comment that, oh, people redeem all the time, because you don't know, because it hardly ever happens. So I hope this 5-minute video was able to break down what the redemption period is, what redemption rights are, and how the rate of return is in those lengths. But those returns never happen on these properties. And I don't buy the properties here to hope and bet on that 25 or that 50% return. I'm buying it because I'm buying properties cheap. The lowest prices you can get them, baby. I want the land. I want to own it. Okay, or I want the house, I want to own it, and we do. We do end up owning these after the redemption period ends. We own them during the redemption period too, because once the redemption, during even that redemption period, once we get the deed from the county, we have possession rights. We have possession rights. What are possession rights? I will explain that in another video on the possession rights, what we can do with possession rights, how we can occupy the property with possession rights, things we can do and renovate on the property. Okay, so that'll be another video for another topic. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, DM me, comment me, 210-767-CASA. If you want any other information on how to sign up for my course that teaches you how to buy land or houses at Texas tax deed auctions, how to really do your due diligence on these properties, how to know what you're getting into, how to know what kind of returns you can expect, whether you're going to have it as short-term rental, a long-term rental, whether you're going to fix and flip, whether you're going to sit and hold. Numerous strategies that you can do with these properties throughout the great state of Texas in every single county. I teach this shit for real. I don't mess around with it because, for one, I cannot buy every property in the great state of Texas. I cannot. So I would love to help others do the same. My services do cost. I have a course. I have Zoom workshops. I have live one-on-one workshops. I do this to mentees where they come work with me, or I can come out to your county and I can work with you there too for a set fee. If you'd like to know more, like I said, feel free to DM me, 210-767-CASA, 210-767-CASA. You can leave me a text message. You can leave me your name, your county that you work in or want to work in, and the days and times that work best for you so we can have a one-on-one call. Hope to hear from you soon.